So, hello everyone. My name is Giane, and I'm a physiotherapist and a research assistant for the SAGE Yoga Trial Study within the Institute for Musculoskeletal Health. And I'm here today to have a little chat to a yoga teacher, June Jones, who has over 30 years of experience into the yoga side of things and keeping active for that matter. And then also Steve Turner, who is a participant from the SAGE Yoga Trial, or has been a participant for the SAGE Yoga Trial. So, Steve, my first question to you is, how are you managing to stay active at this time?
I've got several ways of staying active. My primary one is I learned, I've got 3 dogs, so I've got to walk 3 dogs a day. So that is a lot of walking. But I also build in just normal walks around my day and getting around, because I learned that being active is quite healthy. And a while ago, I had a bit of a heart scare actually, and I learned and put into my phone that I've set my phone that I have to do 10,000 steps a day, because I read somewhere that 10,000 was a pretty good number. And so I just make sure that during a day I walk 10,000 steps, either with my dogs, or if I haven't done enough, I go and walk around the park.
How does being active benefits you?
Well, the thing is that activity obviously is a very good way of controlling weight, and keeps the weight down, because controlling weight's not just about input, it's also about output. But the most important, I find, is the mental health that comes with it. By being active and continually moving, you keep a good frame of mind, for want of a better word. But I just find it's very good for my mental stability, if you like. It's also very good, or this last 18 months or however long it's been now, has been a bit trying on the mental health. And if you just stop moving or stop doing things and sit at home, it can get a bit trying on the mind. And so being active is a good way of keeping a good mental health again.
Amazing. That's a very great tip, and well done for keeping yourself active and inspiring others, I'm sure. June, how are you helping people to stay active at this time?
Thank you, Giane. And very much along what Steve has experienced in the years of my teaching, I always make it a point to share. I believe in sharing information with my students. This is important, to help them understand why when they're active, it translates this, it's a transition in, and it helps them with their everyday life. And it's not just about doing the practice for that 1 hour and that's it. This is that particular hour of exploring their positions, learning about their bodies, and they end up becoming their own teachers. Their bodies teaching them ways they should be moving, helps them to do simple things. For Steve, taking the dogs out for a walk, with 4 children, he has to be active and maintain mobility and muscle strength to be lifting things, shopping, gardening, driving the car. When we drive our cars, we need to be able to have flexibility in our necks and shoulders. When we're at home and we're tidying up the house, we need to be bending and picking things up and putting things away. When we're out shopping, we have to have strength to be carrying bags or children, and rather than the dog pulling us, we need to hold on to the dogs in things like that. So sharing with participants how strengthening their muscles is important for their everyday life in itself. The other thing is, during our practice, it's very important that participants and students learn to sit properly. Using muscles that are designed to maintain the uprightness of their spine. So in actual fact, they are core muscles, which we all want good core muscles to be strong. And because these postural muscles are very important, they're absolutely vital in our everyday lives. And also they develop structure and routine in their daily life. So it gives them purpose. And I think structure is very, very important, which leads to confidence and developing lifelong good habits.
Fantastic. And good routines as in terms of the daily living, that's for sure. And then in all of that, considering the participants of the yoga sessions, what do you see that they have benefits? I mean, you quoted a few already. So what benefits do you think they're getting from being active on a routinely way?
Aside from the seeing the benefits on my the participants, the feedback that I'm getting is they are feeling they're noticing better balance in their bodies, better breathing, in fact, because when they're practicing or simply even being active and exercising, their breathing capacity improves, and this is so important for healthy lung function. Improve posture, noticeable overall physical changes, but also the mental outlook is very important, which Steve also touched on, that positiveness, they've got something to look forward to, being in touch even at this time in lockdowns, they're still developing friendships and, communication with the other participants in the class. And, and when with the mental outlook, when the mind knows that there's structure and there's routine, that all is very, very positive. And they're also learning something new. Our minds are always hungry to learn something new. It's like we want variety when we eat our foods. Our minds need variety as well, and so do our bodies. So, the reports are just overall very positive, feeling stronger, increased energy levels.
Fantastic. So thank you so much, Steve and June, for joining us today on this talk and expressing your views and experience regarding keeping active and the benefits of keeping active even during hard times as we just all experienced. And let's keep active and stay on board, keeping our minds going well and our bodies following it through.